I mean, I just thought it was, two great teams. Unbelievable game for fans to watch, both the 11,000 that were here in Lawler and the people that watched on national TV. Had great exposure for the university, and I mean, anybody that watched that game, saw two teams, like Doug Newth just said. I mean, it was like a heavyweight fight. I mean, it was back and forth, and I thought we just had some incredible hustle plays. They're so well coached, and they do a great job. All their guys on Boise State's team know their roles, and they play within themselves. But I thought we really, really, really defended in that first half. Phenomenal, and obviously they went on that 14-2 run or whatever to begin the half, and at that point your team is tested on how they're going to respond, and I thought we responded tremendously. And when you look at some of the efforts, like Hallis Cook having 7 rebounds, and obviously Jordan and Caleb played phenomenal throughout the game, but Josh Hall comes up with a huge rebound, a man rebound there at the end of the game in traffic. And then Lindsey Drew's dribble drive that was a semi-layup / dunk. So we had a lot of great performances by guys tonight, I thought, and Boise State had some guys come up, but our ability to defend the three-point line was really crucial, and this is a great rebounding team. We knew that with our size we might not be able to win the battle of the boards, but we certainly had to stay within 3 or 4, and so I thought that we did a great job on the glass as well, and we moved the ball at halftime. We had 101 passes, which is our best passing half. And I thought we took care of the ball phenomenal the first half, and then we got really sloppy with it when they went on their run.
Questions? I mean, the game that's that close comes down the last couple possessions. What was the difference for you guys tonight?
I thought that I don't know. I mean, I got to go back and watch the tape, but I thought we made defensive stops when we had to. I mean, there's 2 or 3 possessions that that we're going to want to watch next time we get together on Monday and see us flying around diving for loose balls. I thought we played with great desperation when we got down, because they stole the momentum from us. They came out with a purpose in the second half. They were determined to turn up the defensive intensity. They caused us to turn the ball over. We were lackadaisical out of the halftime. And then we either had to respond or not. And there was a couple of our turnovers that we didn't get back defensively. We jogged back. But again, I thought that hustle plays. Both teams hustled. I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved as well. Obviously, the game could have gone either way. Somebody's got to make a big basket or a big play, and tonight we were fortunate enough to make enough to win. And when you know 2 teams are going to take a lot of three-point shots, I think the difference in the game when you boil it down was tonight we did make threes and they didn't, and sometimes that happens.
When you look at the turnover you talked about, let them get on their run, was it miscommunication? It looked like there was passing to nobody. I mean, nobody's beating the pass or like that, but it's just some mix-ups?
I mean, we had 11 turnovers. They had 15, and we got sloppy with the ball, and I can hear my dad's voice telling me there's 3 runs in every game. And if you control 2 of the 3, you're going to win. And they had 1 big run, and we controlled the other runs. And you're not going to play perfect basketball against Boise State. And we went through a stretch where they handled us. And it was about a 4 or 5 minute stretch, and we responded. We led for 30 minutes and 13 seconds. And so they went on that run, and like I said, we have a choice of either responding or hanging our heads. And I thought after a couple turnovers, we hung our heads, and then regrouped after a timeout, which we had to regroup because they're really good.
Talk about the atmosphere tonight, what it means in a game like this to come down to the wire as far as.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just awesome for our fans. I mean, since I've been here, we've had great fans, and it just continues to grow. And, working out this morning, I mean, the health club I go to, none of them were season ticket holders. Now everybody in there, is a season ticket holder, and they're wearing Nevada shirts every day. 8 a.m. and tomorrow will be a great day at the health club because there'll be a lot of happy people. But just going around. My son's been here. That he bussed back with us from San Jose, and he's been around town. He's like, "Dang, Dad, I can't believe how popular Nevada basketball is right now."
How do you feel like you guys defended Chandler? I mean, obviously, very good player.
We're going to have to do a better job defending him. Obviously 27 points and 8 rebounds or 5 rebounds, whatever he had, and then the 9 free throws attempted. I mean, we gave him too many free throws attempted. I mean, we drilled over and over and over taking the charge. I know that there was about 5 or 6 that, I thought Hallis did a great job, even though it went the other way, but I thought he did a good job attempting to take the charge. There was a couple others in the first half. I mean, that was something that we drilled over and over and over. And tonight's the most charges that we've attempted against one player. And we'll continue to work on it. And like I said, I think there was, several opportunities for us to, where it could have gone either way. But he's a great player. I mean, getting to the line 9 times was really important for them. But, it was important for us also to not only to try to take some charges, but to cause some turnovers as well. And I thought we did a good job, in that category.
When did you know that Cody was going to play? And I guess what do you feel like he gave you guys in his minutes tonight?
I thought, defensively, blocking the shots, we had 2 steals at halftime. He had the 2 steals. Obviously, there was some rust for sure. So he did not do anything. He tried to practice Monday, got through a little bit of it, had pain. When we went to San Jose, we always shoot when we get in the other team's city, and he shot. I actually wasn't there. I went and watched my son play a high school game, and I got a bunch of text messages that his foot was sore just shooting. So, we didn't want to play him at San Jose if we didn't have to, and then he didn't do one thing Thursday, Friday, and shoot around. And I didn't even ask him how he felt. My opinion was I was just going to call his name sometime in the first half. And, I knew with his toughness and stuff. And he told me at halftime that it tightened up a little bit, but not too bad. So we'll rest him, and see how he feels in warm-ups in Laramie.
Was that 2 NCAA tournament teams playing tonight in your mind?
I mean, anybody that watched the game on TV or was here, I would think that both teams are NCAA tournament teams.
What did you learn about your team tonight? I mean, especially after that 12-0 run by them that put you guys in a hole.
The huddle. They regrouped. They weren't panicking. I left the huddle, and when I left it, they were amongst themselves saying that they were upset that they turned the ball over. And yeah, I mean, we're a confident team, but yet a team that also respects our opponent. And we knew that if we didn't get some stops, that that we weren't going to win the game. So I think that great belief, these guys. And again, I thought Hallis, scores 2 points, but I thought he had a huge impact on us emotionally, not just his 7 rebounds.
Why did you leave the huddle with this coaching tactic?
I didn't have anything else to say.
What did you say before that?
Maybe I don't remember.
Now you guys have a 2-gap lead in the loss column. I guess, how important from that standpoint is this victory to give yourself some separation heading into the back half?
The bottom line is, is prior to the game, win or lose, there's so much basketball to be played. And I said that in the media thing the other day. We can't get too high on this game. Laramie's a hard place to play. They've already beaten San Diego State. They've beaten Boise. We have a really difficult schedule down the stretch. We've got to go back to Boise. We're going to play in front of some huge crowds on the road. So we got a long road ahead of us. It's a great win tonight for sure. Something that we'll enjoy until midnight, and then we got to turn the page and we got to get ready for Wyoming. I mean, that's the most important thing going forward.
This as well as any teams come in here and play you guys in a long time.
I mean, this year, Joe, yeah, but I mean, the Rhode Island game was very similar. I thought to this. I thought, you know, the Rhode Island game and this game was just an absolute incredible college basketball game atmosphere. But I think some teams came in our first year and beat us up a little bit, punked us a little bit, but.
What gives you guys the advantage at home, the home court? Is it just playing well and winning, or is there something here tangible that you don't get on the road?
Well, I mean, you know, the first day we met, we just talked about how college basketball, you got to win your home games. You have to. And especially in this league, because the travel is hard. You know, it's a little bit different when you're in the SEC traveling because of proximity and because charters and all that. So you got to win at home, you know. And I mean, if someone would have told me, you know, 2.5 years ago that we would have this home record that we had, I would, you know, I wouldn't believe you that it was possible. But we got, you know, when we come into the building, we're a confident team. And we got to protect our home, and we got some great games coming up. I mean, are you kidding me? Fresno's coming in here, and UNLV and San Diego State. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great games for our fans to still see in this building.
Any more questions?
Thanks, guys.
Questions for Jordan? Just what was it like playing that game with so many people in there and you touch back and forth, two great games?
It felt like a tournament game. It was a great environment. You know, it's great playing in front of your home crowd like that. It's just a great experience.
What do you feel like was the difference in a game that is that close?
Just not quitting, just not giving up, because they had a couple big runs where they got in front, and we still stuck with it. We didn't panic. We just played through it.
I mean, that 12-0 run right at the beginning of the second half was a huge one. Coach called a timeout and apparently left the huddle. I guess what was said amongst the players in that moment?
We got to pick it up. We're going to lose. It's going to be a blowout, so that's really the biggest thing. We knew that because we gave that lead, we're in for a fight. It was going to be a tough game the rest of the way.
When you look at the three-point line, 3 of 21 for them, you guys hit 9. That was obviously the difference. What did you guys do so well to limit their three-point shooters?
Try to force him out the line. For like Jessup, for example, we knew he's a great shooter, one of the top in the country, so we try to just push him out the line and not give him any clean looks if he does end up shooting one.
You guys haven't seen a lot of 2-3 zone. How are you trying to attack during the game?
I mean, we worked on it all week, and playing them last year, we knew they played a lot of zone. And same thing, well, it wasn't too much of a difference because we played Utah State last week and they stayed zone too. So.
But you looked like you were trying to go to the middle and kind of open up space there a little bit.
Yeah, it's just one of our like sets basically, just to get to the middle, you know, play make from the middle of the zone.
Kyle's played a lot of minutes in this game. I guess what was his impact tonight?
Defensively, he was playing great. He bumped me out the way for a couple of rebounds. Yeah, his energy was great tonight.
What is the message that you guys sent tonight to either Boise State or the rest of the league or anybody that was watching the game?
Hopefully, you know, we're trying to stay at the top. You know, every game is tough, and we're trying to rise to the challenge of every game. And we don't look down at anybody. We think everybody's a tough opponent.
How do you explain the home court record and how well you guys played?
From day one, he just said we don't lose at home. So everybody's just carried that mindset, and no one ever wants to lose at home.
You kind of see teams when they come in here, kind of when the crowd gets excited, you guys go on a little run, they kind of melt a little bit. I know Boise didn't do that tonight. Some teams do that, like when the crowd kind of takes over.
Well, when we went on a run, the crowd definitely helped, you know, maintain that energy. Because I remember there was one point I was dead tired, but then we went on a run and the crowd was in it, so it just kept me going.
One more question for Jordan?
Hey, Jordan, whose phone is this? Oh, my bad. I think I touched on it. Is it good?
Questions for Kendall?
Did that feel like a Big Ten game, back in the Purdue days, and just the packed crowd and everybody going nuts?
I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty similar, especially down the stretch. A lot of emotion in each play, and, even loose balls and hustle plays, you can hear the echo and, how loud the gym got. It was a fun environment to play in.
What do you feel like was the difference in you guys looking at?
I think ultimately just getting stops and loose balls. I think it just came down to, staying with our scheme and trying to make it difficult for Hutchinson, as well as, finishing each play. They're a good rebounding team, so our emphasis was just finishing each play with a two-hand rebound. And a couple of times we kind of got caught tipping it up too much, and we just needed to gain possession more consistently.
They obviously have a really good defense, I think, like 10th and 10th on. How do you feel like you guys did offensively against their zone?
I thought we did all right. I think we still have a little ways to go as far as, we just have stretches of where we're not efficient and not, utilizing all of our, weapons. I think sometimes we get stagnant, and moving without the ball can be an issue. But for the most part, I thought, we handled their, 14-2 run in the second half, which was, I think, probably the reason why we won, was us being able to bounce back after, kind of getting hit in the chin.
Coach called a timeout, which is pretty rare for him. He said he said something and then left the huddle. What do you remember him saying, and what players talked about after he left the huddle?
He just called us out. I'm not going to repeat the words, but he just wanted us to play and respond. He wanted us to come out with more energy, and we didn't. And, you got to give credit to Boise. They made it tough, but at the end of the day, I still felt like a couple of it was just careless turnovers and careless errors. But, at the same time, they gave us a little punch, and Coach wanted us to respond, and I think we did.
What would you say you learned about the team in a situation like this?
Just how we just can grit down and buckle down to get stops when it's emotional. Getting quality shots and being able to play when there's a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity, and as well as they're one of the best teams in the conference. And I thought we held ourselves emotionally as well as physically.
It's just kind of a different kind of game for you guys. Not a ton of threes going in. It was more of a defensive struggle. You guys showing you can win multiple ways, and it's not just we're hitting 15 threes and blowing out of water.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But we kind of knew coming in that it wasn't gonna be easy, just because Boise State's a very, very solid team that doesn't really beat themselves, and they do a good job at getting high quality looks for their best players. So with that being said, I think that we just did a good job of defending the three as well, which kind of helped us. Yeah, I think that's what really helped us get stops.
You played on a lot of NCAA tournament teams and against them. Were these two NCAA tournament teams playing against each other tonight?
Yeah, possibly. I do. I feel like Boise definitely has a shot. But right now, I'm confident that we're the best team and that we're definitely deserving of it. We'll see how it plays out, but right now we just got to use this game to fuel us and kind of not take a step backwards next game.
Any more questions for Kendall?
Thanks, guys.
My fault. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one from the trips. I had to snag one of his.
What was the difference tonight?
I just think our start. Usually, the last couple of games, I think we kind of started out slow, and I think the start. I think like the tip off the steal off the jump ball, and the dunk would kind of set the tone a little bit early. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, just a start defensively. Shutting people out. I think they only had 2 threes going into the half made, and that was by one player. So I think we had high active hands on the perimeter, on the shooter. So I think just the start was pretty good for us.
Is that steal something that you had planned or you noticed something? Or?
I always try to get it depending on how the big's lined up, if the front of his body is facing towards me, I know he can't do anything but go to this side over his left shoulder. And usually whoever's beside me doesn't really work on trying to push me out, block me out. So I've been trying to get it. I've been trying to get it since we started. So I finally got the guy to get it this time.
They haven't started the second half great. I mean,
No.
elbow run and put you guys into a tough position. Coach called timeout. Apparently said something and left the huddle. I guess what were you guys talking about at that stage? Make sure that things didn't stumble.
Just get focused. You know what I'm saying? I think we came out the second half really like sluggish, and probably a little bit content on, I guess, like with a little bit of lead that we had. We came out there and not with the same aggressiveness and intensity that we had the first half. So coach really told us, just because we have a lead, you don't want to get content. We still gotta, be in attack mode and put the pressure on them and gain separation the rest of the game. So.
Seemed like the game plan as you touched them was just trying to take charges, and you got some, but maybe not as many as you would have liked. I guess what was exactly the game plan? How did you guys execute?
Kind of shade him on his left hand. I know he can go both ways, but he really likes to go right. And like you said, kind of guide him towards charges. I think we could have done a little bit better on stepping up a little bit early. A couple of those that we stepped up late, and I guess the ref didn't feel like we were got hit hard enough. But just trying to shade him to his left hand, try to keep him out the paint as much as possible. We got kind of mixed up on switches a little bit, which gave him little easy drives here and there. But I think we did good with him on the perimeter because I think he made like 6 or 7 threes against San Diego State or something like that. So I think we did good with him on the perimeter with shooting threes. So just kind of trying to keep him on the paint and force him left.
What happened in that stretch where you guys had 5 turnovers in 7 possessions and gave them that lead?
Just careless with the ball, especially me. I know I had I don't know how many turnovers I had. 4 turnovers, and I feel like 2 or 3 of them were in the same little segment of that. So I just had to tell myself to stop being so careless with the ball. When I was coming off screens, I was trying to get the ball to the corner, but they kind of knew I was coming off the dish at the Kendall, and so I kind of had to adjust to that. But I beat myself up a little bit for being so careless with the ball. So most of that run honestly was on me, to be honest. But I think our guys did a great job of bouncing back on that and staying focused. This one was up there. I could feel it from from our warm-ups, how our student section was, how our fans were. These fans here, usually, at my old school, a lot of it was kind of the student section and stuff that kind of got rowdy. It's the whole building here, The fans are just the fans, and boosters and all that kind of all those people are just into it just as much as the students are. They're pumped up, So I liked it. It was awesome, from dunks to steals to made threes and stuff like that. I mean, that makes you want to play that much harder, and they always got the little push, a little fuel to the fire for us every time we feel like we're a little bit down, or or they go on a run, so they help us out a lot. Of course, you never want to lose on a home court. It's called, we got to defend Lawler. So, just, being able to do that and make people have a hard time trying to score or win, or, if you're going to try to get a win here, it's going to be, it's going to be tough. Even with the ref was I forgot one of the refs said, towards the end of the game, when I try to reach in there and tap it from the big dude and he called it a little foul towards the end, he's like, come on, man, why'd you do that? I was like, man, we can't do nothing easy in here. So, just having that kind of motto with, with people coming in here, it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard to get out here with the W. So, we like that reputation for it.
In the way this game went and the big moments you guys faced in the huddle, did you win this game on the road tonight?
Honestly, I think we could have won it, won it tonight. Yeah, I think so. It'd have been tough. It'd have been really, really tough. You never know. We might have could have went to OT or whatever, but we still had big stops and big rebounds towards the end of the stretch. Josh with a huge rebound. House with a huge jump ball towards the end of the game. That was huge. So, yeah, just those, extra hustle plays that we got on top of. So, yeah, that's huge for us. I think we'd win that on the road, and still not even playing our best.
What do you think was the message you guys sent to the Boise, the rest of the league, anybody watching on TV?
We just want to let people know that, I mean, you know, we are the better defensive team. You know, people, you know, wanted to match us up and say they're the better rebounding team, better defensive team, better overall. I don't know what you want to say, but they're a great team. Don't get me wrong, but you know, so are we. And you know, it was a nice head-to-head matchup tonight against with two great teams. But you know, being biased and not being biased, I feel like we're the better team.
It seemed like so Lindsay hits those 2 free throws to give you guys 2-point lead, and then you guys immediately get that steal. I guess what happened in that play? How important was that to
Who got
make it a 2-possession game?
who got that still?
Lindsay had 2 free throws, about 2 minutes to go. Chandler passed it, and then number 2, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You get a layup.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Off the inbounds. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, because I know Hutchinson, he didn't really want to foul. I was gonna try to lean into him to get another foul for him, but he kind of moved out of the way. But like you said, like Lindsay, Josh, Hallis came up with huge plays down the stretch. You know, and that's when we got on our little runs, and you know, we kind of had them, you know, with their back against the wall a little bit. Yeah, those are huge plays, despite, you know, the whatever big threes that people hit or layups or free throws. Like, the hustle plays really I really feel like won it for us tonight.
You had that huge block. Have you had a better block in your career? Or
A better block? I feel like I've had a better block before. Or at least probably against a better athlete. But he, you know, no offense, but my bad. But I mean, I kind of feel like he was gonna go, you know, the regular original 2-hand up in the front of the rim, so I was kind of timing it up. But yeah.
do you feel like that was 2 NCAA tournament teams playing each other tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team, and their coach is, you know, he's a really good coach, and they got a really good game plan. You know, they got Hutchinson. You know, their bigs are really good. They stretch the floor a little bit because of how good they can shoot it. But yeah, I think 2 tournament teams for sure.
You feel like you guys are trying to prove that you can win games that are more grimy, more ugly, defensive battles like you're talking about, not just an offensive team that wants to hit a lot of threes?
Yeah. Yeah, we just want to be an overall team. You know, we don't want to just say, oh, they can score, but you know, the only reason they're winning is because they pick up that, you know, the defensive slack with scoring. So we want to be good in all areas. You know, rebounding, defense, offense. We want it to be a solid overall team.